everybody and welcome to The Sims 4. I'm TwinklyTanya and today we are doing the very first speed build in The Sims. And I'm very excited to do one because I have wanted to do one for a very long time. This is also the very first stream, actually a test stream that I did on Twitch. And there will be many more speed builds, or rather builds, on Twitch in the future. So if you want to see these builds in a slower pace, then go follow me on Twitch as well. I will link it down below in the description. Anyway, this build is in the new neighborhood of Strangerville, which is the new game pack of The Sims. And don't worry, I will make it daylight a little bit later on so you can see it better. And I am trying to use a lot of the new things that the game pack of Strangerville is offering us. For example, this new door and these windows. I love the windows and the doors that come with the Strangerville pack. But we are not using all the luxurious items basically because we are preparing for a very, very poor, well, not family. There will be two people that are going to be living here, and I will also do a let's play of these two people trying to find out what the mystery of the people in Strangerville exactly is. And there it is, daylight finally. So this is why we are building a tiny house, because these people don't have much money to spend, and they also don't care to live in a very beautiful big house basically, because they just want to find out what is happening in Strangerville and they just need a place to sleep basically. So this will be a little bungalow which has two little bedrooms, one for each person that will be living there. And I decided that it would be nice to have a little porch there because I love houses that have porches and we don't find them so often here in the Netherlands. But I am always so in love with these whenever I see them, usually in movies or series or whatever, so I just wanted to make one myself. And also the Strangerville pack comes with some amazing columns, which you can see here, so we just needed to use them. And I think it's absolutely cute. I mean, the house is a really tiny house as it is, so it is nice to have a little porch in front of the house, I think, where they can just sit and relax and, well, look around to all the strange things that are happening. Oh, right. Please forgive me. I have not been playing The Sims 4 that often, so I'm doing a few weird things like deleting the whole porch, for example, and building fences where they shouldn't be, because I was just trying to figure out how to do certain things. I have been playing The Sims a lot in the very distant past, but that was The Sims 1 with all the expansion packs, and for a short while The Sims 3. But it didn't really work well on my computer, so I stopped playing The Sims 3, and only a few months ago I purchased The Sims 4, but I haven't really gotten around playing it so often because I just didn't have the time for that. So yeah, you see me do some things that are a little bit weird maybe because I am still learning, but don't worry. People in the stream help me out a little bit, which is super amazing, and we're getting there. Anyway, there you see the two little bedrooms that I created, and I just put one bed there just to know the size of the bedrooms. And here I'm creating a little bedroom, and both the beds and the bathtub are actually from the new pack, and I absolutely love this bathtub. It looks a little bit shabby and I just love it because this is supposed to be a house for cheap people basically, right? People who don't have so much to spend and don't care about luxury. So I'm going for a industrial look. The colors that I'm using on the inside of this house will be green and brown and basically military colors, I think. And I decided to go for items that have a little bit of this industrial look while still looking cheap, because you can do a very expensive industrial look as well. It can be very fancy, but yeah, I wanted it to look like a cheap house, but still kind of stylish, I suppose. I'm changing the floor later because this is even too luxurious, I think. A wooden floor. I don't know, it just didn't feel right. But that will come later, because first I'm going for something that goes on the walls. And I found the absolute perfect wall for this cheap industrial look. Look at this. It's a stone wall, but it looks kind of scruffy. I don't know. I just thought this was the absolute perfect wall. And I'm going for a floor that fits it a little bit better and has a little bit more color, actually. It's a green floor. So one of these bedrooms will be for a scientist, and one of these bedrooms will be for a military person. And I believe military profession is a new career that came with the Strangerville pack, so I am excited to explore that career. But like I said, I haven't played The Sims for that much yet, so for me, every career is exploring something new. So the left bedroom will be for the scientist, and the right one will be for the military person. How does one call a person working in the military? I don't know. Military person it is. And later on, I am actually giving them a few items that mark their profession a little bit better. But first we are going to see the kitchen, and I'm actually making it a corner kitchen, and that might seem a little bit strange because it's such a tiny house as it is, but I just think that it divides the places in the room a little bit better, and it actually feels more spacious to me by having a corner kitchen. It just feels more like every corner in this room has its own designated meaning, I suppose. And we even got a little dining area there. I'm so pleased with how that turned out. And look at the color of that kitchen. Isn't that amazing for this very scruffy build? Yeah, so I did put a science desk in the bedroom of the scientist. I have no clue how we can interact with that, but it came with the Strangerville pack, so I think it must be relevant for whatever we are discovering there. And then the corner next to the kitchen seemed perfect for a studying area, so I put a desk there. And then the other corner was perfect for a couch. It just fitted so perfectly. And at this point I was trying to fit in a TV, which, well, as you may notice, there's not really much room left. So I decided to check the TVs that we could mount on the wall. But first, obviously, we are going to put a laptop on our desk, which is also a new item, by the way, of the Strangerville pack. Laptops weren't in the game before, but now they are. And I'm trying to see where I can fit a TV, and I decided to just put it above the desk, and maybe they can sit on the couch and watch the TV from there. I don't know. I'm giving them a few blinds in the bedrooms only, because I think they just need a little bit more privacy in a bedroom, right? And I didn't want to place them everywhere because I'm not really sure how we can interact with these blinds, if we can open and close them very well. So I just wanted to keep that open feel in the other rooms. And it is a small house as it is, so I didn't want it to feel super cramped. And right now I'm actually trying out what new decoration objects the Strangerville pack gave us, and some of them are so incredibly big. But there are some very nice items, and I gave the scientist a kind of like a scientist wall thingy. I don't know. And the military person got some flags from some different countries. I thought that would be suitable for the professions that they are in. And now we're going to the outside of the house, because it looks, very plain and bare still, and it should look a little bit more inviting, right? So obviously we start with the porch and put a nice little bench there, and that bathtub thing that you see there with the plants in it also came in the Strangerville pack, and I absolutely love it. It looks so cute and adorable. And right now I'm trying to find out how landscaping works in this game, and well, let's say I was struggling a little bit there, because well, at first I wanted to build a path and I didn't really know how. I knew that you could basically paint a path and I just didn't find the right place. But the people in the stream really helped me, which was really amazing. So there we go. We have a path and now we are painting some grass there, which says that they were desert flowers. That's why I picked them. But it looks way too bright and way too colorful for this gloomy build. So I will fix that later. It will not be this bright in the end. And now I'm struggling a little bit with the sides because I actually didn't know that once you put grass there that you could also just delete it. I thought you had to put grass or whatever on top of it, and I was trying to find something that matches the environment really well, but it just wasn't there. So in the end, the chat told me that you could actually delete whatever you put there. So I'm doing that a little bit later on, deleting the fence there because I just thought it looked silly like this. But it will go back, I promise. Oh, there we go, it's back again. I really wanted the fence. It just looked silly also when it was not fenced in. And I think it's about now when I find out that you can actually delete stuff. Yes, there we go. We get the environment back there. And now it looks perfectly normal. And it's also about this time that I am actually going to change the grass into something more, well, something darker. Something a little less colorful, I suppose, a little less cheerful, just something normal, you know. And I'm trying out a few different things there in the corner to see if I like something even better, but this is what I'm actually picking in the end. And now it's on to trees and foliage and stuff, and this was a hard part for me because, as you can see, this is a very dry and warm area, and I live in an absolutely not warm and very humid area, so I have absolutely no clue what kind of trees one might expect in this area. But right about now I found a tree that really looked similar to the trees that were there. So I picked that one, and well, just forgive me if I put stuff in here that really doesn't go well in a dry climate, because I honestly don't know. I mean, I know that cacti would work, but I didn't want to put cacti in the front yard. I wanted to look a little more inviting. And here I'm trying something of a hedge. I wanted to put lavender there. Again, I have no clue if lavender even grows in a dry area, but there are purple plants around this house as well, so I thought it was fitting. And, well, I'm actually using the move objects cheat right now because I wanted them to be very close to the house and they didn't go there before. And I just thought the ones in the very front looked a bit silly now that there were also lavender plants against the house. So I changed them for some tall grass. And now I'm just finding out how to make it look a little bit more interesting by putting some sand underneath all the plants, and also by seeing if there's some very low type of flowers or anything. And I thought, because this is such a dry climate, that rocks would look really, really nice, and especially the red ones, because around this whole, it all looks a bit reddish, I think, like this reddish kind of brown. So I thought that would look really great. And the last thing that we needed to do was the backyard, which is a bit silly because there is no door to the backyard, actually. They have to walk around the whole house to actually reach this point. But I still wanted to give them a backyard and even a little terrace where they could sit and maybe meet some friends and, you know, just something nicer than just a front porch. And I'm trying to find a way to make this look a little bit better because the terrace looks a little bit unfinished, to say the least. And I put this hedge around it, and it might look okay in a different type of environment, but in this dry environment it looked so silly, so I just decided to remove it and put some ferns there, which I believe looks way better than the actual hedge that I had before. And they also get a little barbecue there. They have a barbecue in the front porch as well, so they can barbecue everywhere in this garden. I'm giving it a little bit of a more interesting roof. I like the dark roof better than the light one. It's already so depressing, and this just makes it look a little bit more interesting. I decided to not go for a chimney in the end because, well, the chimneys looked all so luxurious and I just didn't want that. And here I am decorating the rooms a little bit more because it still looks very, very plain, and I specifically wanted to give the bedrooms a different function. Like I said, the left room is for a scientist, so I gave her a little bit more books, and the right one is for a military person, so I gave her a barrel and a box, and I don't know, it just seems fitting. And then I'm putting some more decorations in the kitchen, and also, well, where am I putting more? I think I put some flowers somewhere. And basically that's it. And I believe that is all I am doing to this house. Oh yes, I was searching for some desk items. That was what I was doing there. And then I think I'm putting some flowers on the coffee table. So here it is, guys, my first tiny build, and I will put it up in the gallery as well. I'm still I have to figure out how, but I will. So if you like it, then you can get it from there. And if you want to see more of this, then make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and hit the little notification bell so you won't miss the next ones. And also follow me on Twitch. I'm actually going live for the very first time on Monday. So don't miss that. Be there, and I will see you there. Have a lovely, amazing day.